You were blind. You initially had sight, and then slowly you lost the sight of an eye. That's how it progressed. What is the problem, Pamela?
I'm affected by retinitis pigmentosa, RP, which causes gradual loss of vision.
Okay.
So at the age of 12, I started discovering that my vision is not as it was before. So slowly and steadily, I started telling my teachers, my parents, I cannot see well. And they did not know what to do with me because I still had to strain so hard and would do well in class. So they didn't know that I needed special attention. So I just struggled through my schooling. And the more I strained my eyes without special attention on my gradual loss of vision, that's why I had my vision go very low, and now I'm partially blind.
All right.
Yeah, but it's usual. About RP, that is how it goes.
And you learn Braille in the process?
I went through my secondary school education, then I went for a course in banking and finance for 3 years.
Okay.
Still having the problem of sight loss.
How did you pull through all of that? I mean, this is just so unbelievable.
Yeah, I had to request my teachers to have more time with me in the evenings, especially in accounting.
Okay.
So I wanted maybe him to write down on a book, then I would strain and see how maybe they would write some financial statements for me down on the book. And on the blackboard or on the chalkboard, I could not see. So I struggled like that, did my exam, but could not work in the bank. So I had to change my career after doing Braille. That's when I went in for teaching course.
Teaching. So now you teach Braille to blind children?
I teach Braille. I teach most of the basic subjects, mathematics, English, sciences. I am a primary school teacher.
The strangest bit is when I was talking to her, initially, when I met her first, I didn't realize she was blind. You know, she was making direct eye contact and talking to me like any other person would. And then over a period, you know, in the course of the conversation, I realized she was blind.
Yes.
Way to go, girl.
I have to be, thank you very much.
I have to talk to her, Pamela. Pamela, I also want to know what do you plan when you go, what's your first step when you go back to your country?
Okay,
what's that you want to do first?
After my training in ISC here in India, first I came with a dream. Yeah, I wanted to help blind children in my country access education. So after I leave India, I would like to go out, set up a school, a preparatory school for blind children. They need to be prepared so that they can go into mainstream education well equipped to study like any other child. Like me, I faced a lot of challenges. I could not read the chalkboard. I could not do my work at night. I could not read any book throughout my schooling in high school. So I would like the children to be equipped so that they can do their studies like any other child using Braille and any other low vision aids.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to move on to our neighbor, Sana here. Sana loves Hindi songs. She said she wants to meet Alka Yagnik. She asked me if Alka Yagnik frequents this part of the country. I said, unfortunately, no. There is Shreya Ghoshal who does sing Malayalam song, but she was not really keen, you know. She wants to meet somebody else too. But who is that, Sana?
Yeah, it's Kumar Sanu or maybe Udit Narayan.
She doesn't want to meet Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan. She's not into any of the stars. She just wants to meet singers. Sana, you love to sing, do you?
Yeah, sometimes I sing even in IISc, but it's not my profession and it's not my passion.
So what's your passion, Sana? Tell me about it.
Actually, I read a lot. I write sometimes. But I am a person who cannot do one thing at a time.
Very fickle-minded, is she, Sabriya?
So I'd like to do many things. Sometimes I like to do writing, sometimes I like to do reading, but I cannot stick to one routine. This is the problem.
Tell me about Haripur. How is it like? Is it very, very like Kerala or very unlike Kerala?
No, actually, I belong to a town which is nearby Haripur. And it's called Kalaba Township.
Kalaba.
Yeah, and I am married to a blind person. He is also in IISc. And we live in Haripur. Haripur is a city, it's an industrial city. It has so many industries like some fertilizers and key industries and something like that. But the problem is the city is not that much developed in terms of services for disabled people.
All right. So how did you cope up with your disability? How did that happen?
Actually, I was lucky enough to be from a family who recognized the importance of education and who recognized the importance of supporting a child with disability. So my mother and my father, they took me to a school. It's a school for the blind girls.
It's in Haripur itself?
No, it's in Rawalpindi.
Rawalpindi,
yeah.
Okay. How far is it from Haripur?
Yeah, you can say we can drive to the city
that far.
For 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours. Okay.
So they took me to the school where my sister was also studying there. And actually, I was the youngest of all. And I was insistent to go to the school. My mother was really attached to me and she didn't want me to go. She said that, yes, I will do it, but let me wait for you to grow
a little
and
older.
Then, yeah, little older, and then I will get you to the school.
Is that where you met Baba?
No, no. It was not there. Actually, I was in my 2nd year of college and I wanted to study computer.
Okay.
And he came to my home on the request of my family. So we met there and and our families decided to get us married.
So you married your teacher?
Yes.
So how is Baba doing now at IISc?
Yeah, he's doing great.
All right. So what's your dream now when you go back?
Actually, I have seen a lot of women who don't have access to education, who don't have access to, like, I have been traveling a lot.
Where to did you, where else
sorry?
did you go to? Where else did you travel to?
First, I have been traveling to my school. It was a very different kind of experience for me because there was some other women in my village, in my town, but they didn't have that much facilities, they didn't have that much support from their family. But my mother took me to the school and we got education, me and my sister. And then I came to IISc, to India, and to be in India is just like to be at my home because I don't see much difference between the people of 2 countries. And I think there are so many things that I could never imagine to do in Pakistan that I have done here in India.
Like?
So I have been traveling all alone without any assistance, and I have been getting buses, I have been studying in the buses, and sometimes I had to hold on the poles in the buses, and sometimes I didn't because there was a lot of rush in the buses.
You know, she lives in Kovalam. You commute to Velayani by bus?
Yeah.
By KSRTC bus, in fact. How do you do that? I mean, do people help you around or you manage on your own? Absolutely.
Actually, when I came to know that I'm going to my internship place all alone, I said, oh, how will I do it? But then I said, okay, let me try. I have to do it. Then I started my journey for the first time. And it was really amazing for me. In the beginning, I sometimes did not get places to sit, and sometimes I had to, I had to suffer a lot because of too much overcrowded buses.
Do men tease you in the bus?
Sorry?
Do men tease you in the bus?
No, no. Actually, sometimes I felt that I was overprotected by women around. No men could dare talk to me. And sometimes it also happened that I forgot to pay to the buses. And I also learned to bargain with the rickshaw drivers.
Wow, that's a remarkable feat, you know, that surpasses it all.
Yeah, but there is one thing that I have found Malayali community to be very different kind of people. They are so nice and they are so honest. Sometimes I gave them money unknowingly, sometimes 100 rupees, and they gave me the balance, and they used to say, okay ma'am, you had to pay only 10 rupees, but you are giving us 100 rupees. So I didn't have to bother about that. So I feel that Malayalis are really nice people. I haven't seen people like that.
You know, we Malayalis are very self-critical. Well, this is a compliment coming our way after a long time on this show at least. Thank you so much, Sana. Now I'd like to move to Joanna. Joanna, I'm not taking your surname this time. I'm going to get it wrong for sure. But tell me about Poland, and you are a teacher there.
Yes.
You teach, what's the subject that you teach?
I'm an English teacher by profession. Before I came here, I worked 1 year at School for the Blind as an English teacher, and I'd also taught this language privately, both to the blind children, which I like the most, and also to the sighted ones.
All right.
One more thing, if I can say about teaching, I especially love teaching people with special educational needs. I like brilliant people who, of course, absorb the knowledge, you know, like a sponge, and they're so brilliant. It's great, it's fantastic. But I really like programs in the mind of the person who has problems, because it makes me move and it makes me sensitive, and it makes sense of my job.
So you plan to go back and you plan to teach children, especially children with special needs?
Also, however, I would like mostly to devote to my social project.
Okay. There's an interesting project that you did here for Technopark, in fact. You kind of proposed a model for companies to make workplaces safer for women, and especially addressing sexual harassment at workplaces. Tell me about this project, and what were your findings?
Yeah, it took place during the second part of our course in the IISc, the course related to social marketing. And my group, which worked on equal rights of women, we decided to try to solve problems of women.
Okay.
And we decided to work on the problem of sexual harassment at the workplace, to try to make workplace safe from sexual harassment. How we did it? Our task was to create a network of companies free from this phenomenon.
Okay.
And we decided to carry out the research. We visited women's community. We researched on the internet. We also went to Technopark, which was very amazing, and we started talking to women about it.
All right.
Just the beginning, you know.
Were women forthright about it, or they were not very comfortable talking
Let me
about
tell you, at the beginning they were a bit shy. And I said, oh my God, what we are doing, you know, just people girls from different countries came and start raising this issue. But suddenly we said, you know, we are one of you. It happens everywhere. It happens in India, in Ethiopia, in Kenya, in Poland, everywhere.
Right.
Please, let's raise hand and talk about it together. So they opened up.
And you found that Kerala, the women are much more safer than other parts of the country.
Yeah,
in workplaces.
Yeah, in comparison to other states of India, Kerala is relatively safe and relatively good state in this field. However, you know, still much should be done. And it is also, I think, the message to other states of India. Kerala is relatively safe. There are friendly companies free from this phenomenon. So other states of India, please do the same, other companies in other parts of India.